For over a year now, I've been filming all of my travel vlogs with the same camera, my iPhone. It's not like I don't have options. In fact, I probably have too many, but I especially love my Sony ZV-E1. Let's be honest though, if I'm doing something like putting in 30K steps a day, wandering around Japan, the weight and size difference alone makes filming with my phone the obvious choice. But it is more than just size. Today I want to talk about 5 reasons why I set down my $5,000 camera setup and started filming my vlogs with my phone. And I'm hoping by the end of this video, I can convince you not to let your gear or lack thereof hold you back from making content. Plus, I've got a few handy hacks for dealing with iPhone footage because I know that file storage can be one of the biggest struggles when you're filming with your phone. So make sure you stick around to the end for that. And thanks to Storyblocks for sponsoring a portion of this video. So while this entire video is filmed on my iPhone because I wanted to give you an honest sense of what the quality of the footage looks like, I do have to provide a disclaimer, and that is that a lot of the videos on my channel are filmed with my Sony camera. However, if I am leaving the house, I'm gonna be filming on my iPhone. Look, it's pretty obvious that the quality of the Sony camera is superior. And it's really nice to be able to like change out the lenses. You have a lot more control over exactly what your end result looks like. And so when it comes to filming content in my house where I have access to my big tripod and all of the space to set up my camera, then for me it makes sense to use a more bulky setup. So I suppose I do need to admit that I didn't entirely give up my $5,000 camera setup. I still use it, just not for vlogging, because when it comes to vlogging, I feel that the trade-off of quality for ease and portability is worth it, among some other reasons which we're gonna get into. And if you're curious about this video, I am gonna be recording my audio with the DJI Mic Minis, another really great portable option, and you can just plug it right into your phone. So while we chat today, we're gonna head out together because I have a couple of errands to run and I wanna go work from a coffee shop. And hopefully I can prove to you just how easy it is to vlog all of that when you've just got your phone. Also, just to warn you, you may be seeing a massive hair transformation coming soon because I'm getting so sick of my hair. It's been like about a year since I cut it, and if you look at the videos of me from like July of last year, you'll see that my hair was like this long. So I've got a lot of extra length and I'm ready to get rid of it. It's so heavy. Okay. Let's go. I really do think that a lot of people get caught up in choosing the best camera for YouTube, but the truth is the best camera is the one that you're gonna actually film with. So these are basically my 2 essentials for taking out with me for vlogging with my phone. These are the DJI Mic Minis, which I have one on and the receiver's plugged into the phone, but I'll bring the little case with me. And then I've got this small bendy tripod that I can like attach to things or like set down on the table, and it will fit in a small bag. And another hack I have for being very discreet, I want to get good audio, so I want to use my little mics, but I feel kind of funny having one like pinned to my shirt. So, and this is what I do in most of my videos that I film and you don't see a microphone because I always have a wireless lav. I actually clip it like inside my bra under my shirt, and I find that the audio is still pretty good, and if you put it in the right spot, that it doesn't like hit up against your skin or anything. Obviously, there's a gap there. Then it works pretty well for having a microphone that you can't see in the footage. Other people don't see it, so they're not like, what's that fuzzy thing clipped to your shirt? But you still get good audio. And yeah, then I just plug the receiver into my phone and it's very easy. Alright, here's just a really quick overview of everything I bring with me for a little vlogging outing like this. First, I gotta grab my work supplies because I'm gonna be working from a coffee shop, so I got my laptop, notebook, noise-canceling headphones, all the essentials. Then I can fit my little tripod and the mini mic case into this sling bag, which is really great. And, I gotta grab my e-reader. Yes, I'm reading Outlander again, don't judge me, just in case I want to read on the train. As you can probably tell, the main point that I'm trying to make here, and my first of 5 reasons why I love vlogging with my phone, is that it's just more discreet and casual than a big like mirrorless camera. I personally believe that feeling awkward about filming is the biggest hurdle that most creators are facing. It's kind of what's most likely standing between you and actually posting that first video. And so I just want to get that out of your way from the start. It's sad to me that so many creators think they need to invest in this really expensive camera, but getting that fancy big camera might actually just be holding you back more than if you just started filming with your phone.
I really thought I was going to do that last segment on the train, but that was delusional because there was a lot of people on there, and I like to think that I'm confident with filming myself in public, but I'm not confident enough to sit right next to a stranger and talk to my phone. Especially talking to my phone about talking to my phone. Just feels like a little too meta. But of course now I'm outside and it is starting to rain. Oh well.
I suppose one little tip that I wanted to mention is that something I love about the lav mics, and like especially for filming in public, is that I hate filming and there's people around and I'm like yelling at my phone to get good enough audio. So I love to just be able to hold a lav mic close to my phone. I can speak at like a normal volume, and then I don't have to be like screaming the script of my YouTube video for everyone around me to hear when I'm just trying to be subtle. So this is one method for doing that. I know it's contentious. I know some people get annoyed when creators hold lav mics, but the audio is like definitely better and it feels less awkward. And if it's a thing that allows you to feel like you can film in public and you otherwise just wouldn't have filmed at all, I say it's worth it. Now, we're gonna get good out of the rain. My friend Sarah's baby shower this Saturday, and I need to find like a cute book. So let's go look. Okay, so my next point is honestly quite subjective, and it really depends on like who you are and where you're gonna be vlogging, but I think it's especially applicable for my travel vloggers out there. And to be fair, that is mostly when I find myself out and about vlogging with my phone. Basically, I think if you are vlogging with like a really big, fancy looking camera, you are gonna be at a certain amount of risk for being robbed, basically. It's no secret that a full frame Sony camera costs a lot. And so carrying that around, especially in different places, like it kind of puts a target on your back in a way that just having your phone doesn't. As of course we all know, it's not impossible for you to get your phone stolen. That is just like the hallmark of a Euro summer trip, I feel like. Big fancy camera gear, it is more of a risk. And I really don't say this to try to fearmonger, because honestly, like I have filmed in many places around the world with big fancy cameras that are obviously expensive, and I have never had any issues. It's always been fine. You know, knock on wood, my luck will continue, but it's not a guarantee, and I feel like it's important to acknowledge the risks. I just feel like carrying around your phone and filming with it just doesn't scream, I've got thousands of dollars of camera gear in my backpack, the way, you know, holding up a Sony ZV-E1 does. And I just think like that in itself might be a reason to consider vlogging with your phone. that that I had before fully committing to the iPhone vlogging lifestyle, it's not a phase, Mom, it's a lifestyle, was that I wouldn't be able to get all of the unique and interesting and cinematic clips that I would want to include in my vlogs using just my phone. But what I've learned is you can actually do a lot with just your phone. Sometimes you can even get more unique shots because you're able to get your phone into little corners and places that a bigger camera wouldn't fit. But even if you are vlogging primarily with your phone, you can also bring along what I call supplementary cameras, stuff like a 360 camera or an action camera like a GoPro, or even a drone if you want to get more variety of shots. And if you don't have those extra cameras or you just don't want to bring them along, you can use Storyblocks to get amazing stock footage to spice up your edits. Storyblocks is an online stock media library with a massive variety of stock footage, background music, sound effects, and animation templates. So let's say you're vlogging with your iPhone only on a trip to Rome. When you're editing that vlog, you could grab some really beautiful and cinematic aerial footage of Rome on Storyblocks, or you could even find a cool time lapse. I love using clips like this as establishing shots for different scenes in my vlogs. It's just a great way to seamlessly move from one location to the next without you having to capture all of that footage yourself. So instead of upgrading to a new camera, consider getting a Storyblocks subscription instead. You can download unlimited access at one predictable monthly subscription price. Try out Storyblocks for yourself by going to storyblocks.com/Katie. You can click the link in the description as well. And of course, thanks so much to Storyblocks for sponsoring today's video. Well, the weather has made a miraculous turn from this morning, and I am very done with working for the day. So let's go and enjoy that while I tell you about my kind of last two reasons why I think you should consider vlogging with your phone. Okay, don't mind me with the complete outfit change, but it's been so cold and rainy lately, and I just recently bought some new summer clothes and I haven't even had a chance to wear them. So we're breaking out the new boxer shorts for the first time today. Okay, so the other main benefit of vlogging with your phone is, at least for me, I feel like I just film more stuff. I have my phone on me all the time, in my pocket, or maybe just even in my hand, so it makes it so easy to just pick it up and start shooting wherever I am. And I just find when I'm carrying around like a clunky camera, I always just want to be able to put it in my bag and kind of forget about it because it's kind of annoying, but I always have my phone accessible, which just means that I film more content, which ultimately makes for a better video. If you didn't know, I have a small video editing agency called Creatorly Media, and so we edit a lot of videos for different YouTubers, and I think one of the biggest takeaways that I've learned from seeing so many people's raw footage and how it comes together to make the final product is that for a lot of beginner vloggers, one of their main struggles is not having enough footage to pull together a robust final vlog that actually has dynamic visuals and it cohesively moves from scene to scene. A lot of times people end up with just a couple disjointed clips here and there, and they're trying to pull that into a big video. And so it really is a massive asset to your final vlog if you have a wide variety of different clips to pull from. Cheers. So the final reason why I often prefer to film with my phone, even though I have so many cameras truly that I could be using, is that for whatever reason, when I'm filming with my phone, I'm more likely to also capture vertical content. It's probably because the way that we naturally hold our phones is in like vertical or portrait orientation. And so it just brings it to mind for me. Like that's the way I would normally hold my phone and scroll. So I think, oh yeah, let me grab a vertical clip too. Because obviously, yes, it is more than possible for me to get vertical clips filming on like my Sony camera or whatever, but I'll be honest with you, I just never ever think to do that. And so as a hybrid creator, as somebody who makes content for YouTube and like Instagram and TikTok, I appreciate having that little reminder to also grab some vertical B-roll that I can use in my next reel or whatever. And I just know from many years of experience that I will not do that if I'm not filming on my phone. But if I'm filming on my phone, there's a higher chance that I will remember to flip my phone around and get
those vertical clips. Okay, before we finish out this vlog for the day, I need to share some essential tips for dealing with footage from your phone. I know the biggest reason why a lot of people don't want to film on their phone is because their storage just keeps filling up. But you don't have to let that be a barrier for you if you are diligent and just a little bit organized, so let me tell you how. There are 3 main ways that you can get your video clips off of your phone and onto your computer so that you can store it either on your computer's hard drive or on an external hard drive, and then do all of your editing on there as well. And then you can take it off of your phone and free up your storage. Number 1 is AirDrop. If you have a MacBook and an iPhone, this is gonna be your most straightforward option. It's really fast and convenient and works especially well if you don't have a ton of footage. Basically, you're just gonna open up your camera roll, select all the clips from your video that you want to transfer, tap on the share button, and then tap on AirDrop, and then select your MacBook. Once it's done transferring and you can see that the files are now on your computer, you're going to tap out of the share screen here. But before you do anything else, don't deselect everything. Keep those clips still selected and then just tap delete. That way you're clearing these clips before you have to go back through and select them all again. And don't worry, if you missed anything, it will be in your recently deleted for the next 30 days. So that's another good hack. If your storage is completely full, go to your recently deleted and clear it out and it'll free up some space. Number 2 is image capture. This is another Mac option that is faster and more reliable, especially if you have just like gigabytes and gigabytes of footage. So you can plug your phone directly into your MacBook, and then you're gonna open up the application called Image Capture. You'll see in the sidebar here that your iPhone shows up as a device, so you're gonna click on that, and you will see all of your photos and videos. Everything in your camera roll is gonna appear in this list. I like to sort it chronologically so I can find like the day that I was vlogging or whatever it is and select all my videos from that day. And if you want, you can even click on these 3 dots up here and then check off the box for delete after import to automatically clear the clips off of your phone after you copy them to your laptop. Now, very quick little technical tip for you here. Make sure that when you are importing these files, you do it directly onto your MacBook's internal hard drive first. And after that, you can move them onto, say, an external hard drive if you want. I learned this the hard way though. If you transfer them directly from image capture into your external hard drive, it will lose all of the like metadata. So if you want to be able to organize your footage chronologically, which I highly recommend, it will not work because it'll just show the capture date as the date that you transferred it from image capture to your laptop. It's a glitch. I don't know why it's like this, but just make sure you transfer from image capture into, say, your downloads folder first, and then move stuff from downloads onto your external SSD. Speaking of SSDs, the third option is you can transfer your files directly to an external hard drive by plugging it right into your phone if you have one of the newer iPhones with a USB-C port. This is personally my favorite method because it is so direct. So I just plug my hard drive directly into my iPhone. I select all of the clips that I want to transfer in my camera roll. I press the share button and then I tap on save to files. I navigate to my external hard drive, the folder that I want to save them in, and that's all there is to it. The only downside of this method is you are going to have to go back and reselect the ones that you want to delete. It won't maintain that selection, but I do find it is a little bit more reliable than AirDrop, and it's easy to do on the go. I'll be honest, I used to be pretty hesitant about the idea of filming with my iPhone because I thought the quality wouldn't be good enough, or that it just wasn't the like proper way of doing things, whatever that means. But I've really come to enjoy the process of filming YouTube videos with just my phone. It has been such a good way for me to capture memories, especially of the trips that I've been on, and I'm so grateful to my past self for doing that. And when it comes to the kind of content that I make for this channel, I think the thing that I feel most passionate about is really removing whatever barriers might be in place that are holding you back from being able to capture your memories. I feel like being able to document your life and express your own stories through video is such a beautiful thing. So I hope that you feel at least encouraged to try out vlogging with your phone after watching this video and go out there and document your one wild and precious life. Really all it takes is some minimal tools and a little bit of creativity. And if you want to see more tips from me, I've got lots of free videos on my channel to help you out. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having adventures and following your dreams and documenting it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!